Black Americans are too nice.
Hi guys, my name is Glory and you are welcome back to the channel. Today we are talking about something very important and I mean something we don't talk about often. The kindness, care and selflessness of Black Americans. The way they show up for their families, their communities and even strangers. It's incredible. You are going to see what I mean.
Okay, so this is a really good question. Where are the nicest black people living since you know so much about where nice people are? Okay. Okay, so my answer to this is layered because I feel like black people have been nice to me everywhere. I mean, honestly, I've never really had an experience where I've gone to a city and been like, oh, black people are so mean here. Never happened. And I do travel quite extensively. I have a blog, Travel Barbie Noir. I have a bigger presence on Instagram. I don't have a big presence on TikTok yet. It's coming. But because I travel so much, I kind of like archetype people. I put people into like little categories. And to be honest, black people everywhere have been nice to me. I will say the nicest black people are definitely black people in the South because there's a pleasantness that comes along with them being nice. You know, the good mornings, the good afternoons, the how you doings, the effusive niceness. That's in the South. And when I say South, I really mean like Southeast, like Louisiana, Texas, Georgia, Florida, but not the panhandle of Florida. I mean, they're not nice, but they're the least nice. Also, special shout out to Chicago. They're on that least nice list. But yeah, the long and the short of it for me is that black people are nice to me everywhere. And by the way, I'm talking about black Americans, Africans, Caribbeans, black Latinos. That's a different combo altogether. Thanks for this question. It really made me think. I love black people everywhere. Black people are hella nice everywhere, all around the world.
Black people are the nice guys of the world. We don't gatekeep anything. We let everybody into our culture. We give everybody everything. We just always let everybody in and let everybody have a piece of our culture, no matter where we're at in the world. In America, Africa, the Caribbean, we're always just nice to every other racial group of people. That's why we're so easy to be taken advantage of, because we allow it. And what do they say about nice guys? That they finish last. And where are we at?
Black Americans are too nice. Black Americans are too nice. Black Americans are too blood clot nice, bro. We don't understand this. Why I just saw a whole video of a UK person in the idea that Africans hate Black Americans because they're lazy. You know, as an individual who love history, love watching history, one of the only reasons why most of you guys are in this country is because of the things that were done by Black Americans. And the thing about that is a lot of people don't understand that type of talking, because someone is just too young, too old to want to understand anything. You can't come into another country and not want to follow these rules. Don't make any sense to me. And the reason why it don't make any sense to me is because you guys are the same individuals who don't want these people in your country and them acting like an idiot and not wanting to learn your religious values or your cultural values. It doesn't make any sense to me till this day.
Wow, okay. Did you see that? That's exactly what I'm talking about. Black Americans don't just think about themselves, they put others first. You see it in neighborhoods, in families, in schools, in churches, everywhere. And it's not just small acts, it's real, life changing support and love. And honestly, this kind of care impacts all of us. It teaches us how to really look out for others, even when times are hard.
Black women are the nicest people on this planet, and you cannot convince me otherwise. You just can't. And I'm saying this as an African woman born in Africa that ended up being raised by a black woman. I was going to the daycare center where this black woman worked, and I had revealed to her as a kid that I was being essayed, right? Not only did she report it, but when they ended up taking me from that relative that was doing not so good things to me, that black woman that reported it also took me in and took care of me for the past 21, 22 years of my life before she passed away. And that was a woman who didn't know me. I just happened to, my cousin was best friends with her daughter, and then I also started going to her daycare, but we weren't related or anything like that. But I was a child in need, and she took me in, and I feel like that's just the nature of black women. They're nurturing, they're kind, they're loving, they're everything that the internet tries to make it seem like they're not. but we all know that they are. Black women
Say most Black Americans have clean and cheerful heart. Yes! Yes! They are the most sweetest, kindest, adorable guys I've ever met in my entire life. Black Americans are the best. She say most.
I like the fact that Black Americans, I'm not going to say invite everybody to the cookout because I know my people don't want us handing out invites to the cookout willy-nilly. But I like the fact that Black Americans are inclusive. And I like the fact that we hype up everybody and we give encouragement to other groups of people who are finally seeing the light about this white supremacist system. I have 2 examples this year. See if you can think of a third. In 2025, Black Americans hyped up 2 groups of people, and they were very grateful for our support and put out lots of videos saying that they were thankful that we were like this, the way that we are. First group of people was the redheads. Remember earlier in the year when Black Americans was hyping up redheads because we didn't know the conditions that y'all were facing. We didn't know that y'all people was treating y'all like that. We didn't know that the redheaded stepchild stereotype was actually true. They came on here, and after we called them our redheaded cousins and, red velvet, and told them all these beautiful things about themselves and encouraged them in the way that Black Americans do, they came on here and were very grateful and had video after video after video thanking us for how wonderful we are as a people. Most recently, Asian Americans. They have come on to TikTok, video after video after video I've seen about the H. Mark Gates situation and saying that as soon as Black Americans heard about this, we got it instantly. Like they didn't have to explain it to us. We were already on their side. We were on the side of people who said that they side-eyed white people in their spaces because we understand. We're Black. We get it. And I've seen so many videos of Asian Americans thanking Black Americans and bigging up Black Americans for their support. So I know my people do not like the fact that we are this inclusive. There's so many Black Americans who are going to hate me in the comments and be like, this is our problem now. I already know. I know. And I can't disagree with you. But personally, I like the fact that we are like that. I like the fact that we encourage everybody. I like the fact that we're the hype men of groups that are finally seeing the light about white supremacy because somebody's got to do it. And I just think that we are the friendliest people on earth, and that's my proof.
See that? That's the power of community. That's the kind of love that keeps families strong, that lifts people up when lives get tough. Black Americans show up without expecting anything in return.
As an African woman living in the United States, I have never experienced prejudice from Black Americans or African Americans, however you call yourself. Never. I came to this country and I was embraced and welcomed by them. They love me. I love them back. Like, I found my people for real. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. I found my people because they're really open-minded compared to Africans. And I've always been a very open-minded person, like very, very open-minded person. And I just feel like I didn't fit there. I didn't fit with y'all Africans. I love us though. I love us so much. Like, I love my roots. I love where I come from. But I can just with y'all to a certain extent because certain conversations I can't have with y'all because y'all too prejudiced about things. You know what I mean? Y'all not open-minded enough for me, at least. But y'all come here in the United States with preconceived notions already. All y'all have to say about Black people in America is they're ghetto, they're this, they're that. Yeah, they might be a little ghetto, just like y'all a little ghetto over there too. Y'all need to stop acting like there's no ghetto people over there. There are ghetto people in Africa. There are ghetto people, African ghetto people in Europe as well. I come from Europe. I was born and raised in Europe. There are ghetto people all around the world.
So when it comes to social norms, I have done my own scientific investigation just based on my fucking life. And I've determined that Black people are just inherently more kind, more polite, and have a lot of manners. And one of the things that is very glaring to me, and I don't know if anybody else pays attention to this, but when we're in the grocery store and we're in the aisle and you're actively looking for something and people walk by and don't say excuse me, that is rude as fuck. And I will absolutely call you out, excuse you, and you know who the perpetrators are. But when I'm in, stores or whatever, and it's black people and they do that, they always say, excuse me. And I just think that is so interesting because it's something that's so very small, but walking in front of somebody while they're looking for something, that is rude as hell. You know what I mean? Even if it's just a quick little 1-2, like, just say, excuse me, it take 2 seconds. It don't even take that. You know what I mean? So I just think little things like that are so interesting. But yeah, white people, black people, and a whole bunch of, everybody in between, we're just built differently. And for all the negative stereotypes and things that are associated with black people, we never get highlighted for things like that. And to me, those are the minor things that actually make a difference, because it's just kindness. You know what I mean? It's just like, oh, well, you didn't have to, but thanks, I'm just looking at the cereal. Like... But I don't know. Has anybody else experienced this or thought about this at any level?
So yeah, shout out to Black Americans. You are one of the most kindest, nicest, most selfless people ever. I want to hear from you. Comment below and share a story, or even just send some love to the people who always showed up for others. Let's spread the energy today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you haven't. And I'll see you in the next video.